right, what's up, guys? I have made a interior review of the Mark 8 GTI. This is also the S model, so got a good amount of comments on it. I feel like it helped a lot of people out, so I figured I'd make an exterior review on the car, along with well, what mods are done to it right now and what I plan to do in the future as well, to maybe give you some inspiration on what you maybe want to do. So to start, I'll start in the front. From the front, exterior wise, I think the car looks really good. I think it's a perfect balance of, 2022 mixed with keeping the heritage of what a Golf is, essentially. The main sort of headlight front end looking area there. I also really love the fog lights. This is probably my favorite way to drive, with the LED daytime running lights on and then the fog's on, especially when it's overcast like this. It's like my favorite way to drive it. But I really like the front end. I think it's really nice. The only thing I don't like about the S, this is like something I'm actually pretty upset about, is the headlights. The headlights are just the sort of bulb. There's no like projector headlight in each center. So when the headlights are on at night, it looks a lot different than the SE or the Autobahn, like looking straight on. Especially with the light bar going across, I think it looked really cool. But regardless, I mean, even still, it looks pretty darn good. I like how on the front, there's no really holes or openings for air to get in. It's just kind of an open grill there. And then the honeycomb, of course, with the fog lights at the bottom, are really cool. I really like it. And then I like these sort of Audi-esque accents that come around the sides there. I really like that as well. Now, the one thing I don't like, you see the blinker light there. On the SE and the Autobahn, the blinker is integrated into the daytime running light, which looks super European and like super sick. So I kind of wish that they had that on these, but they don't. But regardless, I still really like the front end. I feel like not a lot of people comment on the new logo. It's not super different, but it is different, and I really like it too. It's definitely you can tell that Volkswagen's changing their brand in general and what cars they're going to start putting out and stuff like that. So yeah, I also like that too. That's pretty sleek. It looks pretty clean right there. But yeah, this is also the Moonstone Gray paint on this one. I actually had a Mark 7 GLI before this, and it was the pure gray. So this gray is near and dear to me, that's for sure. So that's the front. I also really like the, I don't like that orange side marker. I might paint match that, but I like these little amber sort of side running lights there. I think that's nice. But yeah, on the side here, we can get into the side here now. Just your standard blinkers there coming around the side. I have 19-inch Pretorias on this car. I personally don't think there's any other way to do it. I really love just Volkswagen in general. I think they've always made their GTIs, Golf Rs, really good to look at. And essentially, in my opinion, all you need to do is lower it and put some higher trim level OEM wheels on it, like these Pretorias here. I think, again, it's all personal opinion, but I personally think the aftermarket wheels on GTIs, Golf Rs, it's a very select few I think that look good, but these Pretorias fit right at home, that's for sure. It looks really, really good, in my opinion. And I am on lowering springs. Right now, I'm on APR roll control springs. I bought them privately from a guy just selling local that were on his Golf R. So it sits how I would like it to in the front. But if you go to the back is a little high for my liking. I wish it was a little bit lower. And that's because the Golf R obviously is heavier because of the differential in the back and all of that. So it weighs it down a little bit more. So I ordered some H&R Mark 8 specific GTI springs. So the spring rate will be better, better rated to sit the car a little bit lower. But yeah, probably my favorite angle from the side is probably like here, especially when it's a little bit lower. Just that wheel with how short the trunk is, it just looks really, really nice. And also the front here as well. This is probably my favorite angle of the car, is just the bumper, and like I said, that black sort of Audi-ish trim piece. It just looks really aggressive from the side right here. It looks really cool. Yeah, it's got a tint on it as well. I don't know what the percentage is. It came from the dealership like that, but they also installed some splash guards, which help quite a bit. They help mitigate some of it, but I also have 10 millimeter spacers in the front, and I have 15 millimeter spacers in the rear. And again, these wheels are 19 by 8. So when you put the 15 and 10, it sits just right, just perfect, just right. So yeah, that's the side of it here. Now moving on to the back, I've done a couple things to the back here. The back has a rear wiper delete. So I got this from BMP Tuning. Also, I live in Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So BMP is literally 40 minutes away from me. So things ship pretty quick to me, or I can just go pick it up from them. But it's a APR wiper delete. You just take the wiper out, obviously, from the back, and then you insert it from the back. There's a little bit wider lip on the inside, and then you put some sealant silicone and you just shove it. I think I held it for like 30 seconds or something. Super easy install. I also just took the GTI badge off the back. Like I said, I think this car has a really good balance of future and history as well. So it's got a little bit of both, I think. So I just thought having it clean makes it look really aggressive. I also really like the taillights. My wife has a 2022 R-Line Tiguan that have the headlights similar to this. I like how it's a little bit bigger over here, and then it really kind of just pinches off into the side. I think it makes the back end look really wide, which just is nice especially when you get a little bit lower and you get that right alignment with the toe poking in a little bit. It looks nice. Now, one thing I may do to the rear is there's either I'll just get the Golf R spoiler entirely. It's from this line all the way down to here. You literally open the trunk, take off the trim, and then this is actually held on by bolts here. But I might get the Golf R one because it's this, and then it has that little tier that comes up top. They come from Volkswagen painted in gloss black, but I think what I might do is paint this section of it this color, obviously, and then leave the extended duckbill black. I think I may do that just to extend the top of the car out a little bit more. I think that would look really nice. But yeah, anyway. I also really like the blinkers. Let me go turn them on real quick. Also, we're back to the interior. If you haven't seen my interior video and you're just curious, watch that. Again, I'm not trying to be no famous YouTuber here. Just doing it for fun. But I really freaking love the blinkers on this car. They're LED, so they have that nice, like just tight, organized LED flicker, you know what I mean? It's just on and off, on and off. It's not that slow blinker like a light bulb would be. And they're really bright also, and they're yellow. So they're not like the orange, you know, US DOT standard bullshit thing. I just don't like that. I think it looks really bad. But yeah, it looks really sharp here. I think it looks very European. I know we didn't get the European headlights because of the standards that we have here in the States, but regardless, I mean, it's still looks pretty close to the European spec tail lights, so I think it looks really good. Now, also I got a little license plate bracket. I got this from Amazon. It has that German badge. I had that on my GLI before, but it's like a hard metal type of thing, and it also has the covers for the screw. So I think it just looks really sharp, and obviously, you know, you not pay your respects, but show the tribute to Germany as being the manufacturer of these cars. Now moving down to the diffuser and the exhaust. I like the exhaust. I don't think it's too quiet or too loud. I can hear the pops and stuff when in sport mode, so that's been good. What I might do, again, I don't really want to affect the sound too much because it vibrates the cabin, and I'm just getting old, I guess, whatever, and I don't really like it. So if anything, I may just get wider tips to fill in that wheel well, or I may just like shopdap.com and get the Club Sport diffuser, and then with a Club Sport muffler. I think that oval one would just complete the entire back end of this car, you know, like with a little bit wider exhaust tips. Maybe even on this diffuser, just get some wider exhaust tips. I think it looked pretty sick. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Give me another walk around to check it out. So again, mods wise so far, lowering springs, it's gonna be on H&R Sport springs that lower it pretty much. So pretty much the back will be as low as this is. So as you can see, the back and the rear is a lot higher, but the back, when the H&R springs are on, will be about that low in the back. So it'll sit it really nice, I think. Because right now, even on the passenger side, it's even worse. The rear, it's just really bad. So we're gonna get those good springs on there and be good to go. Also, the new logo Volkswagen center caps fit on the frets if you were curious in getting those, and of course the lug caps fit as well. You get a nice clean finish on there, you know. Yeah, but something I may do later on, possibly, I really would like to, is get the Golf R brakes, the rotors at the very least, just to put it on there. I just think it would look cool. I mean, it obviously may perform better also, but I think it looked cool with the drilled and slotted rotors there. But yeah, that's essentially it, guys, with what I've done to it so far. Again, this is the front. Like I was saying, the blinkers are just that really stealthy line in the side there, which actually, now that I'm looking at it, it really doesn't look that bad. I've never really seen it straight on. But if anything, if I can't figure out how to make that LED bar do blinker lights, I may just change those blinker lights in the middle to LEDs, you know, so they look a lot more like the lights in the rear, just really sharp and short. They don't really fade out like those do. But yeah, that's pretty much all I would do to the car. Um, it I think with the Pretz, it looks perfect for me anyway. I really love how the OEM color of the wheel matches with the moonstone gray really well. So that's really nice. But you know, regardless, that's pretty much it. The car drives really good. If again, this is for really this is mainly for people who haven't bought one and maybe are on the fence about it. The car has a lot of potential to look really nice, I think, and it drives really good. It's very enjoyable to drive, especially when you get some springs on there, and maybe even like a rear sway bar to tighten it up, or maybe some end links to tighten it up. But even just alone, the springs alone make it pretty tight to drive, that's for sure. There's not a lot of body roll other than just lowering the car, which is obvious, I know. But yeah, because for me, what makes driving fun is, I mean, obviously acceleration, but being able to just, you know, pitch this thing into a turn when you want to. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much the exterior. If you have any questions on like a wiper delete, where I got the spacers, don't ask me where I got the wheels or how you can get the wheels. Well, the Pretz are kind of hard to come by, that's for sure. But if you have any questions or whatever, just let me know. And y'all take care. Bye.